live stream as per usual. You're not getting anything because you already ate so much food today. No more food for you, you rascal. I'm gonna put some for Oscar here if he wants to have a late night snack, although he already ate. Why does YouTube always kick me out of my own live streams? Can someone tell me that? It's terrible. YouTube, what's your problem? What did I do to you? I'm doing you a favor. You're already putting advertisements on my videos, even though I'm not even monetized yet, so I don't know what YouTube's problem is. But they definitely do have one. That's for sure. Now, you can look at me all you want, you're not getting any dog food. This is Oscar's food. You already had all your food. You're already obese. You gotta lose some weight, Chatsi. Oh, I'm so glad I'm done with the meal prep. Hello, hello. Thank you for finding me again here on this new stream. YouTube has a problem, apparently. Either with me or in general, but it does not like my live streams. It kicks me out all the time, and I'm over it. But yeah, nothing I can do about it. Sometimes I can jump back into my old one. Sometimes I can't. It's like very random. Sometimes there's just no way, and I have to start a new one, and then my old one just keeps going. And I hate the feeling of my other streams still being on, because it keeps saying that I'm still live, and then it makes me like paranoid. I'm like, oh, am I live while I'm sleeping, or when I'm in the bathroom, or when's that gonna stop? So it's like a very uncomfortable feeling. Rusty, no, you are crazy. You are literally, there's something going on in your brain. I don't know what it is. Like, I left the house earlier. I had oats out on the stove or the countertop in a bag. Not this one, like the original bag. Very expensive oats. Organic, glyphosate-free, sprouted, all that crap. The good crap. And I came home and they were all torn apart and they were all spread out here. So he was eating oats, or chewing on it, or whatever. So I'm just eating it, using it for Oscar now, obviously. But yeah, Rusty has a problem. Rusty eats plastic. He I can tell him no as much as I want. He will not listen. I'm thinking at this point that he might be mentally impaired. Like, seriously. I think my cat has an issue. The room looks a little better. The room does? Oh, the chat, okay. Funny lost is what happened. Oh no, what did he lose? Oh, here it is. Hi, Funny. Sorry, YouTube kicked me out of my own live stream as usual. We already know the deal. Rusty breaking the law as usual. Yes, he is a very interesting cat. Rusty is bonkers. And DTG, thank you so much for that very important information. We all really needed to know this, because how would we go to bed without knowing that, right? In peace. So yeah, congratulations. I hope you're having a great time. Thanks for letting us all know, and I'm sure you're making it very far in life with whatever that is. Funny, bet that your phone went for a swim. For what happened? Did I miss something? Pippo ist mal wieder unterwegs. Pippo, beruhig dich. Komm runter. Jetzt beruhigen wir uns alle mal wieder und stellen uns vor, unsere Großeltern wären im Chat und würden das mitlesen. Nur als Tipp. Dann kommen solche dummen Gedanken gar nicht erst auf. Meistens. It went into the sink. Funny, are you washing the dishes again? Is it an endless cycle? I feel like you're doing the dishes every evening. I mean, that's probably what people are supposed to do. Maybe I'm just not doing it enough. Maybe I should do my dishes every evening too. But today I actually didn't cook for myself. I only cooked for Oscar now, so I only have a little bit of dishes right now. But I could actually take care of them. If I only was motivated for that. I'm not, so it has to wait until tomorrow. As Germans say, the dishes are not going to run away. They're going to wait for us till next morning. So sometimes I wish they would run away, but I guess it's not happening. I went to the gym today. Can you believe it? Finally, about time. So I feel really buff right now, and I totally know that I am definitely not buff, or you can't even see the difference after going to the gym for like the same day, obviously. But you know the feeling when you went to the gym and you just like feel so much more fit and just better about yourself, and you just feel like your muscles sore and like more swollen. You're like, that's me right now. But I could barely lift that up, so I guess it doesn't work yet. I still gotta go back and train my arms more, and I hate how weak I've gotten. I was such a gym rat. Do you say that in American or in English too? We say gym rat in German. But I don't know what happened. America happened to me. That's all I know. So America happened, I guess, and I'm not a gym rat anymore. But it's not an excuse at the same time, because there's a lot of American gym rats, so what's my excuse? Do you speak French? I see you said you did. Who said I did? Je parle un peu. And that's it. I can... If you gave me like 2 months or a month where I look back into it, I think I would be able to have a conversation with someone again to refresh it, because I know it's still in my brain somewhere, very deep down in the dungeon somewhere around the corner on the -8th floor or something. It's somewhere. But it is definitely inactivated right now. Do you not drink tap water? Michael, I do. I hate tap water in America. I hate tap water here. It tastes very disgusting. I have a filter though that helps a little bit. But once in a while, if I feel like getting myself a treat, so I'm going back to the gym and trying to lose weight again and to get back to my old self, which is not going to happen, because you're never going to go back to your old self, because you're, getting older, you're changing, everything, so you will never be your old self again. But I'm trying to be as healthy as I was, or close. And sometimes I get myself a treat, and sometimes this treat is just a bottle of spring water instead of tap water, just for the minerals, and just, so I don't drink tap water every single day. But I do drink 80% tap water and then 20% as a treat as spring water, so I'm trying to avoid buying plastic bottles and stuff, so don't judge me. I really try. And yeah, that is a white mouth ball jar. I had the small mouth ones, but I do not like them. It's way easier to clean those ones, and they look more aesthetically pleasing. So I gave my other ones away, and I use those ones now. Possible with different heights. What is? God's Glory. Thank you. Silver Creek Records Publishing. It's a very long name. It reminds me of a YouTube channel I follow. Can you watch a movie in French without subtitles? Definitely not. I mean, I will understand, like, if I watched a movie in French now, I would probably listening, I can definitely understand it better than talk, that's for very sure. Especially at the moment. I would probably understand like 20 to 30%, but that's it. Probably more like 20 at this point. How about yourself, BT? Tap water in the US is heavily chlorinated and I dislike that taste heavily. Me too. I dislike it heavily too. That reminds me of something. Someone just used the word heavily in a sentence in a movie I watched, and it was a very good or funny quote with heavily, and I can't think of it right now. Sien, I am from Germany, but I live in the United States. I started using the white mouth with a food saver to vacuum seal grains during the pandemic. Wow, that's smart. Nice. We might have to do that again now that the war's going. Who knows? Who knows how the grocery prices are going to turn out with that? It might not be a bad idea. Is anyone stocking up on any vegetables? On any food? You probably shouldn't, because, you know, no one likes people buying stuff in bulks and emptying the supermarkets, and there's probably no point right now. But is anyone stocking up on any foods that are probably more cheap right now than they will be later? Or are we all not doing that? I'm trying not to do that, and I am currently not doing it, and I probably won't. But I'll definitely make sure to have a little bit more in my pantry than usually, just like some more like high caloric stuff, just in case, you never know. And I'm not a prepper or any, like, you know, but I'm also not like open to the possibility and to the thought of, you know, taking care of things a little bit more than I used to in the little less crazy world. Michael, that is because I am German. I have the German accent. You're indeed right. Yes, the chemical taste in the tap water in America is just extremely strong, especially when I just got back from Germany and I basically grew up close to the Swiss Alps and in the Black Forest, and we have fresh water coming from the forest and from the springs there, you know, so it is not even remotely comparable, the water that I'm used to, that I grew up with. It tastes like just like the cleanest water you can imagine, just right out of the mountains. And here it's just like cow piss with chloride, I guess. But hey, we got fresh water, so I'm not gonna complain, because I know a lot of places in the world don't even have. Tag gesagt, Erfrischungsstäbchen. Ich habe mich gerade über das amerikanische Leitungswasser aufgeregt. Wie man es eben so tut als Deutscher, muss man ja alles kritisieren, sonst verliere ich doch mein Deutschsein. Ich gebe mir Mühe. Man tut, was man kann. I said I'm going to use my Germanness if I don't complain about something at least once a day. So today I'm complaining about the tap water. So American tap water sucks. And I can say that even though I'm an immigrant. I hope they're not going to kick me out for that. But America, your tap water sucks. I say that out loud if I have to. Kann man das genießen? Genauso wenig wie Erfrischungsstäbchen kann man nicht genießen. Nee, das kann man definitiv nicht genießen. Deswegen trinke ich hier schön mein Plastikwasser. Are you still getting comments in German? No, but Erfrischungsstäbchen actually, it's a very long name, sorry for that one. Erfrischungsstäbchen is a typical German. His username is as long as the average German word. So he is actually German, so he's texting in German right now. That's why I talk in German. Doomsday predictions on Or the ongoing situations. I mean, price of gas has gone up like crazy. I used to pay $2.55 a gallon up until February 3rd week, and yesterday I paid $4.05 per gallon. Yep, that's the world we live in right now, and it's only gonna get worse from there, I guess. Not trying to be negative or anything, just realistic. But yeah, we have similar gas prices here. It's not as bad as Ohio. For Tennessee, it is still $3.50 to $3.80 or $3.90. So I think today was $3.90. So yeah, it's not ideal. So you all better get a bicycle and take your bicycle to work, as us Germans do it. And I'm currently walking. So I'm getting my steps in a little bit. Na, hoffentlich bekommst du davon keine Würmer. Erfrischungsstäbchen, als hättest du es gewusst. Ich habe heute erst ein Video zu Parasiten geschaut. Kennt man ja so, wenn man so durch YouTube scrollt und nichts spricht dann an und dann das absurdeste Video, wo man so denkt, ja, warum nicht, gucke ich mir jetzt mal an, habe ich ein Video über Parasiten gesehen. Sehr interessant und aufschlussreich, was es alles für Symptome geben kann davon und unbemerkt erstmal bleibt, und es wird auch gar nicht getestet und so, weil dann, ja, muss man sich mal anschauen, sehr interessant. What is the quality of American food compared to European food? It is, I mean, there's definitely some bad European food as well. Not everything is great in Europe, like the food sector, I mean, and other stuff too, like Europe is not always better, you know, there's some bad food there too, but we definitely have a little bit higher restrictions with certain like compounds and chemicals and preservatives and things that can be added into the food. So it's definitely harder here to find some very like clean stuff that doesn't have a lot of stuff. So whenever I buy something, I always read the back. So if there's anything in it where it like is like a red flag for me, I won't buy it. And I have tried to memorize a few of those chemicals that are like banned in Europe, so I will know that I'm not buying that. But I'm sure there's some things that I'm missing, you know, but I try my best to read everything. So in Europe, I just have the certainty that I don't really have to read all the labels as much, because I know that most things are not even in there, so it's less scary. And here I'm just like more, it's more time consuming in America to go grocery shopping for me because of reading everything. Don't even start, just 9999. I'm not even German, but I know the answer. Hey, I try to keep it very, you know, not too, I'm not trying to like bash American food too much, because if you really try, you can get some stuff that is not too bad. So, but it takes a little bit of skill and knowledge and time, especially, most importantly time, to figure out what you can get and what you can or shouldn't. But once you do, today, for example, I found those really cool organic mushrooms made with paper, or like the box is made out of paper. So I was very surprised to see that. It's becoming more a thing here now, you know. So I feel like awareness is definitely increasing a lot in America, especially with all those other countries being outraged about preservatives here and like additives. So I think the awareness is slowly, you know, increasing, and companies are shifting, and they're aware of people wanting more clean stuff, and they're delivering, not because they're nice or because they're like, hey, we really don't want to risk the people's health. No, because of course they want to stay up to date with the market and what the consumers want. But I mean, it's a win-win then, I guess. Speaking of bowl, oh no, for some reason what you just said reminded me of my friend Vladi from Bulgaria. He has a great sense of humor. He'd say things like, damn, all the time. That's funny. Speaking of bowling and Germans, have you seen The Big Lebowski? Of course. Yes, what did you think of the Germans in it? It's been a very long time. I remember seeing it with a friend that really loved the movie. He used that Big Lebowski name for all his social media handles. That's how much he liked it. So I had very high expectations, and then I watched it, and I was like, yeah, it's good. But I'm trying to think of the Germans in it. I don't even think I remember. If I saw a picture of it now, but I can never look anything up on my phone while I'm streaming on my phone. It's so annoying. I need to rewatch that movie. Maybe I give it a second shot and see if I like it a little bit better now than I did before. Du liest meine Kommentare nur, wenn sie auf Deutsch sind, oder YouTube zeigt sie nur an, wenn sie auf Deutsch sind. Yeah, now I got your comment. Funny. In German. Are your comments getting deleted again? That is so annoying. I'm sorry. Sure you don't Turo as Jesus. Greetings, Earthling. Hi, Bojangles. Greetings to you too, Earthling. To Jesus. Has anyone, it just reminded me of something for some reason, I don't even know why. Does anyone know the quote, don't look at Robocrap shy? Does anyone know that? That is probably one of my favorite movies, but when it comes to fun movies, like one of my most rewatched movies when it comes to comedies. Do you like living in America or do you miss Germany? I definitely miss Germany, but I do go back to Germany quite often, especially the last year or the last 10 months or so. I've been to Germany 4 times, which is way too often because of, the money. So savings gone. But, I had a lot of emergencies in Germany, so I had to go back a few times. So right now I'm not missing it too much because I've been back so often. But in the years where I only went back like once or so, I definitely miss it a lot. But for now, I'm still good. I can still taste the German bread in my mouth, basically, because it wasn't too long ago, and German chocolate and all that. I have German chocolate here, by the way, somewhere. But I do miss it, of course. But I do like America as well. I like many things here that Germany doesn't really have. Like the vastness of the country and the beautiful nature and the wildlife and how nice people are. And no, to all the Germans, Americans are not just nice on a shallow level. They are actually very nice. Depends on where you are, I guess, but it's with every country, right? Gonna see it again now that you've been in the US for a while and you get the humor. I 100% agree, BT. A lot of American movies I watched in the past that haven't really landed because 100% I didn't understand the humor as much as I do now with many movies. So now I can appreciate a lot of movies way more, or shows that I never really liked. When I was in Germany, my humor was very much with movies and stuff. Very much like very British, very German. But now I'm opening up to the American humor, and I never thought, I admit it, when I was in Germany and I never lived in the US or been to the US, I thought Americans are not funny, and I know Americans think the same thing about Germans, like some of you. But for me, Americans weren't funny at all, or American movies. Now that I'm in America, I'm like, wow. Well, Americans are actually funny, and it's just a different kind of humor, but it's actually a really good one. Not like the blockbuster movie kind of humor, of course, where they press a button and everyone laughs in the background, like those forced jokes. But American humor is very funny. But now I finally get it. But I used to not get it. Not as much. But yeah, this is some German chocolate I still have here at home. This one is the with the cow, how do you call that? Like the Kuhflecken. How would you translate that? Like the color of the cows when they have like some like dots on it. How would you call that? Please help. Send help. Good movie, by the way. Have you seen Send Help, by the way? Talking about movies earlier, so or movies you've seen in the theater. Send Help was a great movie, I think. Very feminism movie, or good feministic approach. Release the doo-doo. Sure can't. Cannot see your comment. I have some German steel. Oh, steel chainsaw, nice. Are you a serial killer or are you just using it for woodwork? Please don't answer if, or no, yeah. No, answer, so we know who we're dealing with. But yeah, steel makes some good equipment. I think we had some stuff from them too. But yeah, now I can see, Release, I can see your comments now, but probably not other stuff. If it's anything like, you know, that YouTube restricts, then of course we can't. Michael Clancy, are you a doctor? Am I getting asked again if I'm a doctor? Last time I was asked if I'm a nurse. Do I really look like a doctor right now? Come on. I don't think so. This is a towel. But people are easily fooled these days. This is what the internet does to us. Nice, they are very dependable source for cutting firewood. Oh, for cutting firewood. Here we go. Thank you for clarification. Americans in real life are very funny, especially the fun is a lot more vocal and out there, if you know what I mean. More slapstick. Yeah, 100%. That's why I never really liked it that much in the past. I like more like subtle humor, like, you know, like situational, where it's like more like, not like a still film, obviously. I don't like Charlie Chaplin kind of humor where you don't talk, you're just like, you know, making like an eyebrow move or something. But the like in your face humor didn't really hit me very well, or no, it didn't really touch me or like get to me. But yeah, I think I learned how to appreciate it more, and it's definitely there's definitely some very funny people, especially like YouTubers like Tia Vaughn or General Sam or something, or you know, some just like funny people. But there's funny people everywhere and not funny people everywhere. Americans are read already. She's a figment of your imagination. Oh, that's funny. I like that comment though, that's funny. German chocolate, yes, that's German chocolate. So this is actually made in my hometown. So I think a lot of you might have seen the purple cow chocolate, Milka. And it's made with milk from the Alps, but it's really tasty. I don't know if it's actually milk from the Alps, but there was a thing with Milka chocolate because some kids actually started believing that Milka cows are purple because a lot of advertisement in German. Rusty, stop eating Oscar's food, please. No. You don't need to complain, no. So some kids started believing that Milka cows, or cows in general, are actually purple. So they're still making them purple, but I think there was like some attempt of like forcing them to not have purple cows anymore because it was misleading for children. If you don't know who this is, it is me, Fanny, from my burner. Oh, this is funny. Oh, so you're trying to see if your comments get through here more easily? Huh. At least the doo-doo. Send Help was awesome. I agree. I'm glad you liked it too. Haven't seen Sin Help yet, but it's on the list. Good. It's really good. Rachel McAdams is doing an amazing job. It's such a strong role. I was very surprised to see it. Is used for cutting firewood at my cabin. Okay. I mean, everyone can say it, right? Hi, Eric. I bet it didn't take you too long before you started getting American humor. It didn't really. No, it happened pretty fast, I would say, but not that fast at the same time. It definitely, the first year I was watching movies with the hubby like this, like, not funny. When's the funny scene coming? You know, he was like laughing. I was like, maybe also a little bit out of principle, even though I might have thought it was funny. I was like, not funny. Can we watch a British movie now or a German movie? You know, I can be a little stubborn. But sometimes I would like notice myself like chuckle a little bit, like inside at least, like internally. I was like, hold it in, don't tell him it's funny or don't show him. But I'd be like, ooh, not like that. I don't laugh like that, but you know. So now I can actually laugh about American movies and shows, and I really appreciate them, some of them at least. There's so many varieties of it too, Rika. Oh, you mean like the humor? Yeah, for sure. It's super, like, I feel like in Germany the variety of humor is less broad. In Germany the humor is very much like the British, very dark, very subtle. And in America I feel like the humor is like there are way more varieties, and you know, can be -100 to like +500. Theo is king. High long distance traveler music. Man, y'all, you are not only a long distance traveler music, you also have a very long name. Little Rock, Arkansas. Everyone arrives at Little Rock. All the ways or paths lead to Little Rock, Arkansas. And to that day, I still do not agree with calling Arkansas, even though it's Arkansas. But hey, I'm just a German. What do I know? You should watch Office Space. Office Space. Sounds familiar. I don't think I've seen it though. How did Mr. C humor you when you were dating? Was he using American humor? Was he adapted to the German humor? Not at all adapted to the German humor. He 100% caught me with this like cool, not in quotation marks, he's actually cool, with this cool American dude kind of like vibe he had. I was like, dang it, he's actually cool. So I had to admit that Americans are actually cool. I even told him back then, I was like, man, American guys are actually cool. So he definitely got me with that one. His humor, very American back then. I was definitely the funnier one. I still am. So he's not gonna take that away from me. I'm the funny one. That was in my yearbook in high school. I was the funniest girl in the class. So yeah, I'm telling you now. You might disagree with that, but that will stick to me or with me forever because I was very proud of that compliment. But yeah, he was definitely the typical like American guy, just super direct, like right, just putting it out there, just like tough, you know. That's just how American guys come off to Germans. Germans are more like, you know, a little intimidated of Americans, I think. But yeah, I'm definitely appreciating his humor way more now. So now he's also the funny one, not just me. So a little bit burden off my shoulders for carrying all the humor in the family. Do you like roasts? No, BT, I do not. So that is one thing I have to say that I will never, I think, enjoy. So like roasting shows and roasting sessions, not so much. But it depends. Maybe if it's like two really funny people that I enjoy, like the humor I enjoy. If it's like Tom Brady or something that got roasted on TV, like no thanks, not funny to me personally. But if like two people that are like more intellectual and funny in an intellectual way. Not saying Tom Brady's not intellectual, but I yet have to see that. I guess maybe I'm too stupid to understand his intellectual side, but maybe I would enjoy roast in that sense, but so far I haven't. I was getting too many joy and religion comments on my stream, so one day I spent some time and made up my own religion for fun with commandments and all. It's called Duduism, kind of complicated. I think he would really enjoy that, like hearing about your commandments and all that. That's funny, and I also am very interested in that. Can you please? I'm gonna follow your Dudu channel, Funny. Please share more of that stuff, and when you're done writing your own Bible, let us know. We'll order the first copies. Conservative love, or the yeah, your app's about to hop on one more. Arkansas is also the second best state in the United States. The second best state after Ohio, I believe. I'm in Hot Springs, Casita Mountains National Forest. Wow. Yeah, make us feel bad for where we are, Bojangles. We're not jealous at all. Doesn't sound amazing at all. We're just in Ohio and Tennessee. Congratulations to us. We made it. Somehow I am not surprised that you are the funny one. Aww. Thanks. Even though your name says that you're funny, so there can only be one funny person here. Oh no, actually you are all funny, so we debunked the myth that there can only be one person of something. Unlike Western movies are trying to tell us. There can only be one sheriff in town or one cowboy in town. No, they can't. There can be more, I promise you. That tent business was just a joke, 10 people were mad. I didn't see that 10 joke. Man, behave yourself. Who's not behaving? Well, I don't see it because y'all deleted all the messages. Why is that one deleted? That's silly. Oh, okay. Are you a fan of turtlenecks? I actually am. I do have quite a few turtlenecks. And I'm also a fan of turtles, if you don't mind me sharing that. I don't just like turtlenecks, but the whole turtle. Roasting is very uncomfortable. I agree. Why was long distance travel and music 2185 banned? Was he being naughty? Naughty, naughty, naughty. I shouldn't have put away my my spoon. Let me get it back. Who was it? You all know who deserves it. You know it yourself. You are correct. A lot of the jokes are cheap shots and roast, but every once in a while you get some really well-crafted jokes. I believe that. I mean, that's the thing. That's with anything. Like if you try really hard multiple times, once in a while there will be something good with it. But I don't have time to watch like the 80% of the crap. I mean, I probably do have the time, but I don't wanna waste it. But maybe I gotta give it a shot, and I'll like it. Give me 10 more years in America, and I'm gonna watch the roasting shows. And I'm gonna watch Trader Park, what's it called? And Hoarders, and I'm already watching a show called 1,000 Pound Sisters, and I'm hooked. And the only wisdom I got from it is, if you drink a soda, drink a diet, because it cancels out sugar. Your dog is so cute, can you show me? Hi, Belly. He's actually sleeping right now, so I'm sorry. It's past his being up time. It's his bedtime already, but tomorrow when I'm streaming, he'll be in the stream, because tomorrow I'll be streaming earlier during the daytime actually, and I'm gonna cook something yummy. And I'm actually starving right now, but I'm trying to not eat before bedtime, like so close before bed. So starving, I am starving, I will be until tomorrow when I break my fast. Theo Von is probably the best comedian out there. That's a lot more new gen for me. I have always ranked Dave Chappelle the best comedian alive, followed by Chris Rock and Jimmy Carr. I know about the I don't know Jimmy Carr. Maybe I've seen him if you showed me a picture. But Theo Von, yes, 100%. I'm more like a new gen comedy person, but I also enjoy the Dave Chappelle stuff every once in a while. Yeah. Can you show your dog on a stream? Oh, but already no, I can't. So he's sleeping right now. But tomorrow I can. You want to know my commandments? I can give 2 to 3 of them now. I have saved it in my laptop. Yes, please do. I really want to know. It's 91 degrees here yesterday, so now it's 45, a lot cooler. Wow, that's a big change. That's half, almost. Long distance is fine, that's why he's back. And okay, I got you. I was like, long distance didn't seem to be a naughty one. I wasn't naughty and don't know why my joke was taken down. Well, sometimes, some things we just don't know and we'll never find out. I want to hear that. Me too, I want to hear the commandments. Sometimes I want to hear all the commandments, but I'll take two or three for now. Sorry, I'm coughing because I guess there's like some sort of pollen in the air right now that are bothering me. I don't have a real pollen allergy, but there's some pollen here in Tennessee that I'm not used to that gets me. And the first time I ever had pollen sensitivity was when I came back from China and I lived with all that bad air pollution. I think that really messed up or triggered those allergy things in me. And I think there's the same thing in China that's growing here in Tennessee. And it's those trees that have the fuzzy stuff on it. I don't know if it's ragweed or if it's like a willow. I think in Beijing or Peking there was a lot of willow trees close to or around the Chinese wall. There's a lot of willow trees. And sometimes in, was it summer? I think it was summer. When you looked out the window, it looked like it was snowing, but it's actually the pollen or those little fluffy things blown into the city from the mountains. So it looked like it was snowing. And it was just pollen. So that was a very intense. But we have the same thing here in Tennessee. I don't know about Georgia and Ohio, how it is for y'all or for anywhere else in America, but the pollen here is absolutely mental. I mistook his joke for an Eric. Oh, okay, I got you. BT, you're very, very strict. BT also has a wooden spoon while moderating. Let me think an hour when the roast. That's funny. Okay, right here in the US, when Larry the Cable Guy was big. Larry the Cable Guy, I don't think. You said you were from Guam, did I? Well, then I probably had a stroke and I was just out of it. But not that I remember. Bill Burr, Kevin Nealon, Jerry S., Theo, Brian E? Oh. Nate Bigazzi, yes. This is the season for horrible allergies and yellow cars. It is. And yeah, it's definitely that season. I remember all the cars being yellow and all the windows having that yellowish stuff on it. As thunder... Okay, I gotta read that a little bit more, you know. As thundered forth by Lord Dudu, sovereign of the swirl, keeper of the porcelain throne, hear ye, O mortals of the tile-floored temple, for the time of revelation is upon thee. You're crazy, but I love it. Funny, you're my hero. Yes, today I took a poll and found out that 100% of the people in the tent were very mad at me. You took a poll? No. Took me a second. Let us be known across kitchens, cubicles, and the washroom kingdoms. The book of flush now shall open its sacred lid. Did you also invent Skibidi toilet? Grandma trying to, you know, say what the kids say. Scooby-Doo toilet. So isn't it from Scooby-Doo? Thou shalt sit with intention for very... Is it on purpose? For very throne moment is a pause from chaos and a reminder to breathe, release and reset. Thee shall release thy doo-doo with intention. Hi, bonjour, Adriano. I like the joke too. Ahoy, Yakshu, welcome back. Funny, I think we need like a long version or like your actual commandments, like the whole thing. Copied and pasted into your second YouTube account or that Dudu account. The way you read all of those felt like I'm church. Yeah, welcome to the Dudu church. Funny, this Dudu stuff is gold. I agree. Hi, wait, you're from Nova Scotia? I love Nova Scotia. Where in Nova Scotia are you from? I've only been to Halifax. I have a good friend in Halifax. And I'd love to visit again. I really want to go back. No, I don't, Ryder. Maybe if I saw it, but sometimes when I just read names, I can't think of what it is. Thou shalt not force what is not ready. Patience, child, for in live Aiden, in Dudu rushing leads only to discomfort and regrets. It does, and to hemorrhoids, apparently. That's what I read. That if you're sitting on your phone in the bathroom, on the throne, for too long, and if you're like too fast forward and the patience is not there, patience, child, if you don't have that, it might lead to the good old hemorrhoids. But I'm not an expert, not a doctor, I'm not a professional. Talk to your professionals, to your doctors for information. You know, you have to say that weird stuff on YouTube. Don't take any advice from me. And I don't have any advice. I'm not an expert in that field. I don't have any touching points with it, but I read that or I saw it in the shorts, I think. And then I saw a post, because it became very public, that like someone shared a study that because people are on their phones all the times on the bathroom, the statistics go up in like hemorrhoids, apparently. I am beautiful, amazingly wakey. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm pretty wakey too, even though it's my night time, basically. Oh wow, yeah, it's late for this grandma over here to be still up. Y'all keep me up. Halifax. Oh, you're from Halifax. Nice. Now I get another friend in Halifax. Yay. How cool is that? Oops. Down, but I believe respectfully. Thank you guys. I know I'm crazy, probably thinking of writing a 100-page book of Flush. No, but did you invent or did you make the movie Flush? That would be right up your alley. I watched that a few years ago for the very first time, and it was actually really good. Are you all fans of animation movies? In Halifax, going back to the topic, that is really cool, and I filmed a lot of stuff in Halifax when I was there, and I never uploaded that. But maybe you inspired me. Maybe I will upload it one day. I had a really great time there. I was solo traveling, and I was couch surfing for the very first time in my life. I felt like if I'm trying couch surfing for the first time, I'd rather do that in Canada where the people are nice. And I did not regret it. I probably met some of the nicest people ever in Halifax, and they all became very good friends. And I'm still friends with some and writing postcards to them once in a while. Or they write me more than I do because I'm lazy sometimes. But yeah, great people. And I had an amazing time. On the throne, yes. How else would you call it? Thank you guys. I know I read it already. We connected in some way. I'm going to check for hemorrhoids. More fast food or diet. Personally, I don't wish hemorrhoids are my biggest enemy. Have you? I don't know. I never. I don't know if it's like painful or it's annoying or anything. But I wouldn't want to have them. It sounds terrible. And I know there's like medicine for it, so it can't be good. And it probably looks weird too. But you know, usually you just don't walk around like a pavian with your buttocks out. So I guess it wouldn't even like bother anyone. But you know. Still doesn't sound like something I would want. You in a genjutsu, basically. What? What is? We have a bunch of chores in the stream today. If you do, I guess it's like the topic, the Dudu stream. I'm gonna call it the Dudu stream after this. Hammer is close to death. We have the best couches in the country. Yes, I can confirm. Actually, the one now friend that I stayed with, he had a house. He was Chinese by heritage or by his parents, but he lives in Canada, so he's also Canadian. But he had a house, like I said, lived there by himself. He offered me an entire room to myself. I got a guest bedroom for free. And all I did, I bought him a pizza stone once I left, so as a thank you, because he didn't want any money. We cooked together, we exchanged Chinese food, like I cooked Chinese food for him, he cooked Chinese food for me, he baked me a bread, he made me fresh coffee in the morning, he made fresh homemade bread in the morning. I was like, what is this paradise you call couch surfing? And in the next place, I was a guy that worked with, he was a scientist, a biologist. He worked with lobsters, and he worked on like, I think microplastics in lobsters and stuff. So he had a lot of lobsters that he had to sample on, and he got all those lobsters frozen in his freezer. So he's like, have you ever had lobster? I was like, no. I'm not that fancy. I grew up very poor, so I never had lobster. And then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna make you a lobster roll, a fresh lobster roll with the microplastic lobster, I guess. But they all have microplastics after all. And so he made me a lobster roll, cooked me dinner. They took me out on trips. We went to Peggy's Cove together. to the farmer's market. Like I basically had like friends there, you know, like when you go on vacation by yourself and you don't do couch surfing, you're just like a stranger and you don't know anyone. But if you just like randomly move in with people in their house, you kind of just become friends and you just do everything together, and they ask you if you want to see something, if you want to go out with them. And yeah, it's like a forced friendship basically, which is not forced, but you know, it's really great. I can really recommend couch surfing to everyone. Believe you haven't read my Genesis, the first holy dove. Goodness gracious. Yeah, literally. Lord have mercy. I feel no shame taking the throne at work. You don't? I do. I could never. I'm a shy throne, a shy queen. I can only use my own throne at home. I'm, you know, not that I ever needed to share this information, but there we are. Like I said, people should not be talking after 10 p.m. It's like this like weird mark of time where your brain shifts from like logical to illogical and for oversharing. So I'm just gonna read from now on. We're through the looking glass now, folks. I'm just spreading my newly invented religion, my guys, for release and for IRS tax exemption. Do you like Costco rotisserie chicken? Well, that's a very funny question, but I don't know. Probably not very much. Thank you, Ahmed. Do I need to preach morality through the dump? I feel no shame taking work. You have read that. A lot more alone time and reflection you should try. My only regret is that the chat won't be preserved for public consumption during the replay. I agree. That is true. That's gonna be sad. Oh. But when you fall in love, isn't it a one-time thing generally? Wait, why is down better belief? Is it something bad? Is he saying something bad? Doesn't seem bad to me. You are couching surfing at a level that makes me want to sell my place and start couch life. You should. I'm telling you, long distance travel music. So what's about the name, by the way? We need to talk about that. And yeah, you should. Everyone who hasn't tried couch surfing, you are probably a very rational person if you haven't, and you probably have survival instincts, which is great. I might not, because I was just like, sounds great, sleeping on strangers' couches in their house, people I don't know at all. I was like, that's exactly what I need in my life. This little, you know, uncertainty and fear. And don't get me wrong, the first night I definitely searched my room for cameras, locked the door. But after the third night, I stayed with this person for like 10 days, by the way. Just letting you know, 10 days. You know how much that would have cost me at a hotel or Airbnb or anywhere? And it was the best stay ever. Like, I never had a better stay on a vacation ever. It's like just like chilling with friends, like I said, or like in your own house, basically. And like I had my own room and everything. I could use everything, but yeah. And really good coffee. If you're watching this, your coffee was really good. And your bread. I still have his recipe for the bread. And shuriken, I didn't tell you. Here's Chinese. He did Gong Fu style tea ceremonies with me every once in a while. I had that too. He had really, really good tea from his parents. Because they're also like, you know, well off. So they had really good tea. That too, I was like, where am I? He played me songs on the piano. Well, you all should try this couch surfing. If you end up with a serial killer, it's not my fault. You know, you still have to use your common sense and use your people reading skills. But in general, it's a good thing. That's all I can say. Couch surfing gets old. Minnow whim. It depends, I think, with where you are, but I mean, I get it. Like sometimes it's nice to have your privacy, and you don't have to hang out with people all the time if you feel like being by yourself. So I get that, but I do like couch surfing for sure. Hi Samuel. I did van life for 1 year, nothing like February in a van to keep you on your toes. Ooh, yeah, winter in a van is tough. It looks very good on Instagram, I think, and on YouTube, but if you're doing it yourself for like a whole year, that's tough. Very cool. So that's where the name comes from, I assume, that you're doing music and you were traveling. Where did you travel, by the way? Like van life? Did you just save rent and you stayed in Halifax, or did you go places? And yes, Fanny, that was an amazing experience. And thank you to the person that's sending all those 100 or reactions. I appreciate it. I hope you didn't fall asleep with your finger on it, or you're like not having like some seizure or whatever. But if it's like normal, I appreciate it. Thank you. Got some Shangpuar, the good stuff. Wait, is this Shuriken's second account, or are you actually also a tea person? How cool, we got another tea person here, nice. Serial killers eat cereal, yep. I love cereal too. Going for tea, hard to beat that. Yes, it was like better than any hotel. Like you could put me in a Hilton hotel, I would not have enjoyed that as much as just being with this like amazing person. I almost feel like I should quit my job, let Em do her thing, and I should just travel across America for 6 months. You should absolutely do that and let her be your sugar mommy, and you just enjoy life and let the woman work, right? Women gotta work once in a while anyways. They're just so lazy anyways, just staying at home all the time and raising kids and doing all that household work. So they better work. It's time for women to step up the game a little bit and contribute to society, in this day and age. So the men need more free time and more fun and more power and all the good stuff, and need to be able to enjoy life and, not have burnouts and all that. So I hope you all know that I'm obviously joking. But of course, it depends on the case, of course. Some women are the breadwinners, and why not? Nothing wrong with that. And why shouldn't people take a break and go travel, and if you can afford it? Got some milk along, wish I had a Gong Fu tea set. I don't have a Gong Fu tea set here myself. I had one in Germany, but I don't have one here either. But sometimes, you don't need one. And it still tastes good. I'm sure we can call it the grandpa style with the Stanley Cup or the thermos. I call it the Chinese bus driver style, where you just have a tea in a glass bottle, or like you're just steeping it basically all day, like they do, or taxi drivers there. But milk oolong, yum. I love tea with milk. And I make myself milk tea all the time. Sometimes when I'm super, feeling fancy, I'm adding some boba. Shuriken, don't listen. I know this is not tea, but sometimes I drink milk tea with boba bubbles in it, and I boil those tapioca pearls myself with brown sugar. It's actually really tasty, but not very healthy, of course. Kinda would be great for my life. I'm all for it. Funny, if you can afford taking half a year off for traveling, please do it. I think the opportunity will probably never come back. If you want to do something now, do it now. And if money doesn't play a role, yeah, why not? Honestly, like don't let society try to tell you not to do something awesome like that, because they're trying to like make it sound like common sense to not do it, but it's actually the common sense to do it, I think. But you know, like the cliche thing, you always regret what you didn't do in life, and that's actually so true, I think. Not with everything, of course. Have you seen the Team America World Police? It fits well in the current political climate. Team America World Police. No, I have not seen that. Team America World Police. What's that? Minnow, against my better judgment, I'm drinking the last of today's Grandpa Star milk along right now. Oh, you are? Right now? At almost 11? Wow, that's what we all people call risky. You know, we don't, that's like the risk we take. Being old, drinking, not calling you old, just myself, drinking green tea or black tea or oolong tea. Which is, I mean, just fermented black tea, right? Or is it fermented green tea? No, fermented black tea. After 4 p.m. That's the German humor, like, thank you, person, for pressing, and I hope you don't have a seizure. I haven't seen it either. So glad you also know good tea. Yes, I'm glad you do too, Minnow Wim. Minnow Mim. Minnow. I just call you Minnow. Hunting and fishing. Oh yeah, I remember your name. It sounds very familiar. It was a survival year in the van. Long distance traveler is my recording name based on a journey for the long run, regardless the odds or trauma. Okay, that's a good name. I like that. I had a lot of long distance relationships in my life before. Long distance is not always very fun, but at the same time, it was the most romantic relationships I ever had, because long distance is more romantic than close distance or no distance relationships, in my opinion, from me personally. Contributes pretty well. We don't really have gender roles in our home, as you have noticed, but I want to travel or at least take a sabbatical. Yes, please do that. Do the sabbatical. Do it now. Or you get a spoon. If you don't do it this year, at least 2 or 3 months, you'll get to know this bad boy here. Make sure if you're taking a sabbatical, part of it will be natural. Just letting you know. Otherwise, again, even if you do it. I remember you, welcome back, and since you're a tea guy, you should check out the post on my channel after the stream. They're mostly all about tea. Yes, I definitely should have mentioned that. Shuriken has amazing tea content, so please do check that out. I just use a press for tea in my fancy Japanese mugs. Sometimes that's all you need, honestly. I use my very not fancy tea can. This porcelain. Sometimes, don't scream, I use my coffee French press. I mean, French press is not reserved just for coffee. Coffee, you're not that special. You can't have a whole thing just for you. You can use this for multiple purposes. So sometimes I put my loose leaf in this French press and it works. Ooh, do we like this light? It makes me look very silly, but I like silly stuff. If you haven't noticed that watching my YouTube videos, I can't help it. Some Germans like to comment when I'm like, I have always like some sort of silly shots in my videos, because I don't like to take myself too seriously. So I'm not trying to put just like nice angles of myself. Sometimes I just like film it from like all the way below, so like my double chin really comes out, or just like belly or something. You know, sometimes I feel like it's important to incorporate that, like a little bit of self-humor, and also to show like more the realistic sides of a human and not just the good sides. That's why I'm streaming like this right now. Anyways, where was I? But yeah, I use this most of the time, all of the time, or this, and it works. I wish I had a cute, fancy little kung fu situation going on, and it's definitely very aesthetically pleasing, and also like a nice kind of like a meditation or like a ritual. So I definitely understand why it's been done and why people do it. But I also like to have my house very minimalistic and stuff that I like having stuff that I can repurpose for different things. So this, for example, I can make coffee with it and use it for the tea. So for me, it works with this thing. Maybe someday in my life, when I have like a bigger place and more, storage, I will get one again. But for now, no. Real bergamot, no natural flavors. Yes. If you have Earl Grey is one of my favorite teas. I know it's boring because it's like a classic or standard, but Earl Grey is like, I don't know, I love Earl Grey. It's just something about bergamot, just like the smell of it, and the flavor is kind of like a lavendery kind of thing. Almost the essential oils. And I like the story of how Earl Grey tea was made. I don't know if it's true or how it happened. I remember reading that Earl Grey, like the guy, an Earl, was sitting on the veranda or the balcony, and it's drinking his black tea, his breakfast tea, and the leaf of a bergamot tree fell into his tea, and he smelled the aroma while he was like taking a sip, and he decided to add bergamot oil to teas after that. So I don't know if that is true. That's what I read, and I thought it was cute. Hey Toby, welcome back. Sorry for being so stowage. Reading risky. I'm very far behind. Sorry. What do you do for living? I'm leading a food room for people in need. My home is in porcelain. It's a very watery place, sometimes cloudy as well. Porcelain, where's that in the US? Oh, stupid. I use the same press, but one's for coffee and one's for tea. Oh, because of the flavor. I get that. But since this is all glass and like stainless steel, it doesn't, the smell doesn't attach to it or stick to it, so I can really repurpose it. I should probably wash this because I had coffee earlier. I was so tired. Tea didn't help me. I tried it with tea, so don't judge me. I did try to drink tea to wake up. It didn't work. Grandma needs stronger stuff nowadays, so I had to upgrade to coffee. Currently studying Thailand and those countries as a possible coming life chapter. Ooh, Thailand. We're in this chapter where we're becoming an online entrepreneur living in Koh Samui. Why not? Their brewing time recommendations are pretty spot on too. Whose? Our Tower of Tea was pretty good. Real bergamot. Yeah, a lot of them don't use real bergamot, just bergamot flavor or aroma. The person who's pressing hundreds, I should probably pay you at this point. You're gonna have a very strong or sore finger tomorrow, just warning you. But thank you for it, for sacrificing your finger. Sister, to be honest, I could already tell that I wouldn't be sleeping anytime soon, and I didn't want those last few ounces of nice mimosa along to languish in the Stanley. I got you. Sometimes you have to have your priorities, and I get it. I'm crazy too sometimes. Yesterday I ate lentil soup before bedtime. Was it a good idea? No, it wasn't. But I didn't want the lentil soup to be in the pot for any longer. Same with your tea, so I ate it before bedtime. Were the people in the room happy? Probably not. I was sleeping, but I don't know what happened while I was sleeping when those lentils were processed in my body. I work in propulsion of biowaste using precise mechanical flow systems, also sometimes in post-release disposal. Sorry, I'll go to bed soon. Grandpa's upset here. We're cool, we're young, okay? We're staying up until after 10 in this house. He's upset. Always loose for me, but I have temperature control kettle. I have it too. I can dial on my kettle too. It's I think it's a German one actually. So I have like 5 settings on it. Love an Earl Grey, love chai tea, and love a Tetley cuppa. A cuppa. I love cuppa. But yeah, I love Earl Grey and chai too. But I don't say chai tea because some people get upset about that because chai already means tea. So if you say chai tea, they're like, I had once at the Indian restaurant. I said, "Can I have a chai tea?" And they're like, "Sure." So they did not like that. So I learned. It's 1 a.m. here and I can hear a voice in my mind saying, "Stop talking to the strange German lady and go to sleep." So I shall subscribe and pretend to close my eyes. You shall. Long distance. Thank you so much. And I'm happy you're here. You seem like a great person. So thank you for joining us. And I hope to see you next time. And if you need something to fall asleep, I just uploaded a video today, which is very cozy and nature sounds ASMR in a black forest, just me walking around or hiking with snow and rain in the background. So if anyone needs something to fall asleep to, I recommend. And usually I don't recommend my videos, but this one is a good one. Just sounds like the origin story of tea itself. Alchemist Chen Long was having lunch outdoors in the spring 2700 BC when camellia leaves drifted towards boiling water. Same story, yes. I mean, stuff like that happens usually on coincidence, so it makes sense. Yeah, it is a luxury. Having a kettle itself is a luxury, and I don't understand how some Americans don't have a kettle and they use the microwave for boiling water. No, 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 no. 999. We're not doing that. Hi, Alva to India. Hi from Mexico. Saludos. And I'm going to hop to bed because otherwise I'll be in trouble and I'm going to get the spoon. And we don't want that. I mean, I hope you don't, but love my Bonavita kettle. Made for coffee. See, you can repurpose stuff. Sometimes people try to tell you something is for something, but you can use your brain and use it for other stuff. It's with a lot of things. You don't have to buy everything for everything. You know, we're humans. We are inventing things so we can use our brains, and we don't need any companies to tell us what to do. Godspeed. Thank you. You're a cool chick or chico too. Hi, little flower. Gute Nacht. Good night, everyone. Now the Germans are coming out. Now I'm hopping to bed, now that the Germans are here. Gute Nacht nach Deutschland oder guten Morgen an euch. Ach so, ja, ist ja schon morgens in Deutschland. Habt einen schönen Tag, schönes Wochenende, happy Saturday. And yeah, talk to you all tomorrow. Good night, gute Nacht. Tschüss. Auf Wiedersehen. And it was nice to meet you all, everyone that's new here. See you next time. And to the OG ones, of course, too. Thank you. Guten Morgen. Mit bösem Gesicht. Okay.